Tourism in the Bahamas is bouncing back in a pretty big way. This comes as a new air carrier lands a plane there for the very first time. Now, it's all very good news right now for the islands, which, like many in the Caribbean region, have been struggling for the past 15 months. One Caribbean News' DeAndre Hamilton reports.
Nassau, Bahamas is exploding with excitement. Home port cruises, airport upgrades, new hotels with expansions and renovations, and record-setting air arrivals. All of this as the new Delta variant of the coronavirus captures attention and raises new alarm about the contagion. The string of success stories after taking such a heart-stopping hit to its leading industry has the Bahamas Minister of Tourism and Aviation, Dionisio de Aguilar, grinning ear to ear.
Tourism in the Bahamas is bouncing back, and it's evidenced by the arrival today of Frontier Airlines. It's the first time they've flown to the Bahamas. It's amazing that they decided to do so close after our reopening, and it's an indication that the Bahamas is a sought-after destination as more and more Americans get vaccinated and yearn to travel.
Frontier Airlines began commutes to the Lynden Pinling International Airport on June 24th. It connects Nassau and Miami at a time when cruising has resumed from the Bahamas and flights are coming in full. A special welcome ceremony was held for the inaugural flight of the LPIA. Joy Gibralou, Bahamas Director General of Tourism, shared on Bahamas Tourism Today what the additional connection to mainland United States means.
That this is the time that a new carrier would choose to fly to the Bahamas. It's just exciting. A much needed airlift. We've seen our numbers grow, and so we desperately needed new airlift. And as I said, just to repeat, this is such a sign of confidence in our destination.
Frontier Airlines prides itself on being the ultra low-cost carrier. Reviews of the airline reveal while it is low-cost with introductory rates from $39 one way into Nassau, it is by no means a lowered experience service-wise. Frontier flies into Nassau on Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays with a flight time at 4:30 p.m.
And that was our DeAndre Hamilton reporting. Well, the man who was ousted from the position of opposition leader in Belize says he's getting anger management help. Patrick Faber, who was replaced on the heels of a viral video that showed him in confrontation with the mother of his child. Now, he acknowledged that his behavior was not acceptable. In the video that was circulating on social media, Faber appeared to be charging in the woman's direction after apparently saying something to her, although that camera did not capture his voice there. He remains UDP leader. Now, he lost the position of opposition leader when 3 of his party's 5 MPS indicated in a letter to the Governor General that he no longer enjoyed their support and they wanted Barrow, a former rapper and the son of the former Prime Minister Dean Barrow, to lead them in the House of Representatives, breaking his silence on the controversial video that led to his removal. Faber said that despite what was shown in the viral footage, he did not physically hurt the mother of his child, but he did admit that he needs help controlling his anger.
Listen to all the concerns of persons, but I have also done my own reflection. And it is something that I do need to work on. I've come to that realization. I'm not denying that. And for the record, though, because I see that many people have run away with that it is some kind of physical violence, and I'm not defending, I kicked the door. It was not physical to anybody, and I need to say that because apparently a lot of people have run away with much more than that. But it does not excuse my behavior. It is not behavior that was becoming of somebody that holds the kind of office that I hold. And so I realized then, as I may have realized even before, that getting some help is not a bad idea, and that is exactly what I am doing.
And meantime, Cuba began the clinical trials of a potential coronavirus vaccine called Sovereign 2 among children ages 3 to 11 on Monday. A group of 25 children participated in the study at a pediatric hospital in Havana, where the research began 15 days ago in teenagers. Now, a research study conducted among teenagers proved the safety of the first dose in this group, and the Finley Institute decided to advance the study to the next stage with children 12 years of age. Cuba will vaccinate 350 children from kids ages 3 to 18 years old with a schedule of 2 doses of Soberna and 1 dose of Soberna Plus within 28 days of each other. Now, last week, the island announced that Soberana 2 has shown 62% effectiveness, with only 2 of its 3 doses in clinical trials among adults. Cuba, whose BioNTech sector has exported vaccines for decades, has 5 vaccine candidates in clinical trials, of which 2 Soberana 2 and Abdala are in late-phase trials. Cuba's authorities have started administering the experimental vaccines in bulk as part of a, quote, intervention study. They hope this will help slow the spread of COVID-19. And new research suggests that a mixed schedule involving certain COVID-19 vaccines generate an immune response. The University of Oxford study looked at the Pfizer-BioNTech and AstraZeneca vaccines and involved 830 participants. The shots were given 4 weeks apart on an alternating schedule. The scientists found that both mixed schedules induced high concentrations of antibodies against the virus. However, they say a stronger immune response was generated when the AstraZeneca vaccine was administered as the first dose, followed by the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine as that second dose. And switching gears now, the summer travel season is definitely in full swing, with many folks wanting to get away after all these pandemic quarantines. But the travel industry is not quite ready for the pent-up demand. In a matter of days, airlines have canceled hundreds of flights. Rachel Kim reports on what travelers can expect to see.
If you do not have a boarding pass, please report back to the ticket counter to obtain one.
Summer and holiday travel is picking up and taking off, but some travelers are finding themselves unexpectedly grounded.
We were supposed to leave at 8:30 this morning. Now we're leaving at 2:30. No notification they were canceling the flight, nothing.
When Jason King checked in 16 hours before his family's flight to Kansas City, he found out his flight had been canceled and rebooked.
It would have been nice to have a notification, hey, we're going to rebook you, is this okay? And you know, and it's so last minute, you don't even have time to rebook another flight. There's nothing available. So we just scrambled and had to take what we got.
We have a perfect storm of pent-up demand and understaffing happening at the exact same time, not just at the airline level, but hotels, restaurants, almost every sector of the travel industry.
CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg says we're seeing airlines canceling flights because they know they simply don't have enough people to operate them.
The airlines brought all their planes out of the parked status, but you can't just kick the tires and turn on the ignition key. You've got to retrain these pilots. It's standard operating procedure, whether we had a pandemic or not. Anytime you're outside the cockpit for a certain period of time, you got to get back in there and requalify.
Greenberg also tells us airlines have added more than 170 new routes in the U.S. in the last 3 months, so that's making it harder for them to maintain. Dominic Wilbert and his family just found out there's been a change to their travel plans.
We have a layover for a whole day in Texas tomorrow, and we have to wait a whole 24 hours to get on another plane to get back to Virginia Beach.
All the travelers we spoke with said they were shocked to see the price of their tickets. Experts say as the country and world reopens, a spike in leisure travel is fueling the rising travel costs.
You need to book now, but not just for the summer. Book now for September, which is the great magic month when you're going to see some really great deals.